Last week, the Electoral Commission doled out 15 billion shillings, which the Minister of Finance allocated to it for disbursement to political parties, as it is required by the law, under the Political Parties and Organizations Amendment Act 2010. The Ministry allocated the money basing on numerical strength. NRM 12 billion shillings, FDC 1.5 billion shillings, DP 600 million, UPC 288 million, GEMA 41 million shillings. If this money is to be allocated equally, the 5 political parties would have each got 3 billion shillings. The Political Parties and Organizations Amendment Act 2010, Section 14B, talks of funding of political parties basing on equal share. But government has been accused of only looking at one section of the law, that is Section 14C, which talks of funding of political parties basing on numerical strength, which some believe it gives a bigger share to the ruling party, which has the majority in parliament. Also, some senior lawyers are saying that this law undermines Article 21 of the Constitution, which is against discrimination of individuals basing on political, economic and social differences.
Amend it and make it very clear that the bulk of the money should be shared equally by all registered political parties. The rest then, the smaller portion of the money, not more than 30%, can be distributed in accordance with the numerical strength of the parties in parliament.
The Minister of Finance is being insincere. You cannot you cannot choose one section and you apply it in a section where it is not supposed to be applied.
Electoral Commission has been using numerical strength. It is in the law. The issues to do with the administration, those are in the law, but not so clear, because the formula is not given. The one of numerical strength is so clear. The one to do with administration is not clear.
According to the president of Uganda Law Society, the law should be applied equally and as a whole.
The spirit of the law should be fulfilled, but even then it's very clearly stated in the law. So in order for this process to be legitimate, for the process to be equitable, then we need to follow the law and make sure that everybody is facilitated so that they can have a fair fight.
The Minister of Finance argues that it acted within the provisions of the Political Parties and Organizations Act. The framers of this law are trying to avoid a situation where political parties rely on foreign funders who might have vested interests in controlling the political landscape of the country. However, according to Warubiri, it is still hard for political parties to mobilize resources within and outside the country under the current draconian law.
Collection Act, I think it was made in 1967-68. If Yusudil Biaruhanga wanted to go and collect money, even for a charity, even for a school, you need police permission. You can't just publicly say, put money on my account. They'll freeze it. Okay?
But could it be too late to change the state of affairs?
One alternative is to recall all the money and divide it equally. So, you, NRM, we gave you over and above what you should get. Bring it back. And if NRM wants to follow the law, it will return it and then they will divide. The other alternative, if NRM refuses that they don't want to follow the law, to return the money, then you give all the other political parties the same amount you gave to NRM.
The Uganda Law Society wants to take interest into this matter.
As Uganda Law Society, we fight for the rule of law. And a selective application of the law is not fair, that's not justice, it's not equitable. So those are not things that we stand for, and given evidence, we'll be able to come out and do something about it.
According to the chairperson of Interparty Organization for Dialogue, IPOD, this matter was raised on the floor of Parliament.
Madam Speaker, when I engaged the Electoral Commission, I was told that the Finance Ministry did direct them that the money should be distributed on the basis of numerical strength.
If GEMA is not satisfied on the amount of money they have received, they certainly know what to do. They must increase the numbers of members of parliament in the House, and I wish them well on that.
However, Any amendment to the law might be difficult because the ruling party has the most to gain from the status quo, and it has a big majority in parliament. Sudil Byaruhanga, NTV.